See, the context that you set that question up in, and we're working just from that context, is you were being given $150,000 for a car. Okay? The option was not that you were being given $150,000 and you could choose to do what you wanted with that $150,000. That's a key issue for us to understand in the process here. You may not at this point ever, or at this point may not want a $150,000 car.
And that's okay.
But that's okay. But within the relevancy of the framework, you had a choice. $150,000 car or no car. Which do you want?
Oh, I take the car. Oh, well.
Okay. See,
Donna already knows which one she wants.
See, our thinking process, and this is a point. It's a good point. You need to understand. We can't, where we're at, we cannot wrap our minds around the purchase of a $150,000 car.
That's right.
Okay? It's so far outside of our processes of thinking, and we do default to taking $100,000 of that and applying it in terms of some type of missions endeavor. What we don't take into the broader picture, and I'm not advocating the purchase of a $150,000 car, but what we don't advocate in the process is our purchase of a $150,000 car does oil the wheels of economy. We have, in the purchase of that car, created a job for someone who built that car. We have created all kinds of subsidiary jobs for people who have built parts for the car, who have transported the car. It's a broad spectrum. Okay. We're working out of a box that says maximum $50,000 car. We're working out of a...
Well, that's pretty high, that $50,000 car. I mean...
Well, you were taking...
I spent $20,000 for a car, I'm lucky.
But I'm going on the basis of your illustration. You would take three $50,000 cars. You wouldn't take the $150,000. You'd take three $50,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're working on a box like yay. Okay. But there are boxes like yay.
I always say to myself, if I see something and I'll say, do I want it or do I need it?
Yeah.
If the answer is need it, then I'll buy it. If it's want, I won't buy it.
But this is a whole different spectrum. Like this is here. You can have everything you want. If you ask anything in my name, I will do it, Jesus said.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our thought is here.
Definitely.
But we can have the world.
See,
Can I say something? As an illustration, we're talking about boxing. So you're putting yourself into three little boxes instead of one big box. And when I think about boxes, years ago when I was a child, a young teenager, a neighbor down the road from us, somebody in the family entered a contest from a cereal company. I forget which cereal company it was. But anyway, they just one of the kids, I think, sent in the form. So the family won the car, and it was a really nice car. And the father ripped up the thing that said that they won the car because he said, nobody gets anything for nothing. And God, if God wanted me to have that car, I'd have to work for it to get the car. And he threw it away. They did not take the car because God, that you don't get anything for nothing. And so he had himself in a really little wee box. And so sometimes you have to realize that God has different ways of getting things to you. And it talks about he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills and wealth in every mine. So therefore, why can't he let you have it in some way? If that's not your focus to get sort of thing. But
well, Lynn's brother won a car.
You take it?
Yeah, oh, yes.
I would have too.
So
He took it.
when somebody hands you that $150,000 for the car, you make sure you get the $150,000 car.
You're darn right.
John.
I think we also got to look at it like what we were saying to one person, well, you got to earn it or anything like that. But if you look at the bigger picture, God is classed as our Father. And like any parent wants to do good for their children. Now, they don't say that the children have to earn it.
Right.
In some cases, maybe they do to teach them a lesson. But on a lot of things, they want to show their love to their children or to their spouse or whatever and go the extra mile, do something really nice for them. And by rejecting that, you're saying a negative message to the person who originally gave it to you in the first place.
Well, the awful thing about this, these people live literally in a shack. I mean, they had nothing. And so basically what that father was saying, we have nothing, we'll always have nothing. And so don't ever expect, he doesn't want to set his children up with the idea that they'll ever get anything for nothing.
Or can be, or do anything more than they already have.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Donna's right on here in terms of the concept that this is so much bigger. And the law of attraction is not about simply somehow focusing and even doing a mantra. $150,000 car, $150,000, $150,000 car. You create the mechanism by following the principles, by reaching for your chief aim, that bring the circumstances, people, situations, and resources together that make it happen.